Alrighty, so I was already recording this game from the beginning, but I realized that OBS for some reason didn't recognize my audio settings, so I had to reset it. We're having a little bit of a rough game here, but I kind of wanted to make a video on how to come back. I feel like I haven't really done any videos on that yet, and it's going to be a little bit of a corny video, but I feel like mentality is a big reason on how you can actually come back from a losing game, because so often in competitive games, not just Marvel Rivals, I see people have like a rough first round or rough first defense, and they immediately give up. They immediately start blaming teammates, and they're immediately like, "Oh my God, it's over. We lost. These guys suck." And it's like right when you carry that mentality forward, even privately, like even if you're just saying it to yourself, you, I'm sure there's some statistic out there. You dramatically increase your chances of losing. So I'm not saying you have to be all sunshine and rainbows and be like, oh my God, like we're going to win for sure with the power of friendship. But you definitely want to make sure that you don't actually give up before the game ends, because we're in a situation right now that could be considered compromising. But I feel like we still have a pretty good chance to win as long as nobody gets tilted. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of a good lesson, right? And for me, I'm not perfect. Obviously, there have been times where, you know, I haven't had the best teammates, or maybe even myself, I'm not playing too well and it gets to me. But at the end of the day, it's just a game, you know, just chill, have some fun, and you can most likely make your way out of a bad game sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and back off over here. Looks like we were able to kind of stop them there. I've only have one elim right now, so I'm kind of shitting the bed. But like I said, I'm confident that we can come back. And you don't always have to be the perfect player, you know. Like sometimes you are going to make mistakes, and it's okay to acknowledge that. Because if you think you're the perfect player and you can't do anything wrong, you're never going to improve. Not just in gaming, but in life in general, honestly. So far so good in terms of the second point defense. We've been able to stop them. I'm just going to keep going in on them here. Bucky's not exactly the target I want, so I'm going to be careful here. We have an Adam Warlock ult here and an Invisible Woman ult. It's not much I can do while the Cloak ult is going, but I am going to try to look for the backline here. Okay, so we got our Cloak ult going now. Strain just got a big ult, and we should be able to get some picks here. I go for the back line here. Want to make sure I don't overcommit too much, because they do have Bucky and he can fool me. But that was overall pretty good defense. Kind of insane that I'm not getting any elims, because I feel like I'm doing, like I'm tagging a lot of people. But again, it's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and should maybe have Cloak here. That was close. This Loki's doing a good job protecting the back line, which is what he excels at. I'm going to go ahead and ult here just to kind of get some health, maybe get a pick on Cloak. But the point is that we're really hindering their push right now, so that's good. So it looks like Loki is ulting as Cloak. I'm going to go ahead and focus on the back line. I can try to force Magneto to move forward. I don't want to take too much damage here, so I'm just going to back off. We still have Warlock ult to rely on. So I'm going to kind of wait for this to finish, and I'm going to go back in. And even though I'm not really able to kill Cloak at all, or kind of really anyone for that matter, I am definitely grabbing their attention, and that can be just as valuable sometimes, even if it doesn't reflect on the stat sheet. My goal right here, knowing that, you know, I'm not playing my best game right now and not really getting too many kills, is okay, the least I can do is at least get their attention and make sure that they're focused on me, you know, because that is one of the most valuable things that Venom can bring to the table, is the fact that he can force the entire team to look at him. So I'm just going to keep going over here. I'm going to go more on Magneto here. And he looks like he's very isolated. Should be able to melee him down. There we go. And just like that, we turned a game that looked like we were going to really lose to now a pretty winnable game. Magic is most likely going to get out here, but she won't be able to contest. I'm going to go on Cloak here. And there we go. Much better ending to that round. And like I said, you know, for me personally, I don't have voice chat on because I don't want to hear people's negativity. But let's say I did have voice chat on, and after that first round when we got absolutely clapped, people were like, oh my God, it's over. We lost. You guys suck. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, even verbalizing that increases our chances of losing dramatically. You know what I mean? So I feel like we did a really good job there in terms of staying composed. At least, you know, outwardly it seems that way, because nobody typed in text chat, but you guys get the idea. The more you're negative about how the game is going to go, the more likely you are to actually lose, because even losing one round really quick, or that first point really quick, I should say, that doesn't mean you're going to lose. That just means that you got off to a rough start, you know? And now we only have to get the first point and push it about only halfway to the second point. So, like, our chances of winning, you know, although not guaranteed, are pretty high right now, you know? So, yeah. Things are looking pretty good for us. I really like this triple healer comp. Triple healer, honestly, is one of those things, since we're talking about statistics so much, since I'm a nerd. Your chances of losing a game is much higher if you don't play triple healer as well, because there's a reason why it's the meta. It is so broken. It's good into pretty much every comp, map, situation, match type, everything. So triple healer is fantastic, and more people should do it. But unfortunately, in my experience, a lot of my teammates just love to play DPS and nothing else. But they got a Moon Knight here, which makes me excited. You guys know that, because he's kind of an easy target for Venom to dive. But I expect that they're going to be protecting him pretty well, so got to make sure we kind of bob and weave when we attack him. So we got our two big frontliners in the front, Doctor Strange and Groot. So I'm just going to keep trying to walk past them and kill. Unfortunately, I overcommitted. My E was coming up in 1 second. I mistimed the cooldown. But it's all good. So I will be able to get back quite quickly. And I'm still going to be targeting that Moon Knight quite a bit. Just need to make sure I keep an better eye on my cooldowns here. Alrighty, gonna go for Moon Knight again. And again, because of how they're protecting him, I'm most likely not going to kill him. But again, it's just more so about creating that opening for my team to go in, you know, and also slowly farming my ult charge. Because obviously when I get my ult, I can walk in, pretty much attack all 6 people. I'm gonna go for Loki here, see if I can maybe sneak a pick on him, but he was pretty quick with his healing. So we got Cloak Ult going. But now I'm gonna force Moon Knight into this, what's called building. So that's gonna allow us to get point quite easily. And Magic looks like she's going to be going down there, so that's good. So even though we lost the first point quite quickly, we got it back probably just as quickly, if not a little bit quicker, you know? So again, going back to what I was saying earlier, when we lost that first point, we could have been like, oh my god, it's over, we're going to lose, everybody sucks, blah, blah, blah. But all that would do is pretty much guarantee our defeat. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to look for the ult combo here, and I was able to get a kill on Moon Knight. And I'm just going to keep frontlining here, because even if I go down, or even if I'm not able to kill anybody, this gives my team the opportunity to push here. Looks like I might be able to kill Loki. Close enough, but not quite. But yeah, so even though, like I said, even though we weren't able to get a kill there, I mean, we did on Moon Knight, but not on Loki, we still gave our team a bunch of free room to push. See that Magic is quite out of position. Okay, I'm going to go for Moon Knight here again. Actually, I'm going to go for his healers behind him. So I see that most of my team went down, so there's no reason for me to commit really hard here. I'm just going to wait for them. And we're going to go ahead and restart our push. So we got Strange ult here, Cloak, and Adam. So that's really good for us. I just realized I don't think our Adam Warlock ulted at all last round, right? I don't remember hearing Rise, my friends. Survived with quite literally 1 health. Wasn't worried at all. Okay, Moon Knight's ult got pretty much wasted, so this is our chance to go in. I'm going to go in here pretty aggressively. Try to get rid of all these Loki clones. And I'm going to try to land on top of the Cloak ult with all that extra healing. So now I'm going to go in past their Cloak ult. And I'm going to look for an ult here. Wasn't the best ult on my part, since their Cloak ult was a little closer to us than I thought. Looks like we are still holding on to that Warlock ult. I think we do got to use that eventually. But, wow, okay, so that's their Loki ult. That actually got quite largely wasted, because we're already very close to our base. And I mean, we shouldn't be going down there, because, like I said, we're right next to our base. We could have just walked into our base and just waited. So yeah, it's interesting that we're going down here, because, like I said, we're right next to our base. we quite literally could have just waited out the 6 or 7 seconds for Cloak ult in our base and then just walked back out. But it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead and try to make some space here for the team. Strange looks like he's going in on my team. Adam Warlock is not using his ult, and that's slightly concerning, because I don't believe he used it at all last round. And he still hasn't used it this round. Looks like he switched characters though. Okay, so yeah, we're actually gonna have to be more coordinated with our pushes and defenses because that was very peculiar that they had a cloak ult going and we just decided to all walk out and fight them anyways. But I almost have my ult here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to make a bunch of space for the team. I'm gonna go ahead and land low here so I can kind of make the supports turn around, or the tanks rather. Okay, so we got Invisible Woman ult going, so I'm not in too much danger. I'm gonna go for cloak here. Okay, so we got our cloak ult going. Okay, Moon Knight is somewhere above me. Nice, that's a great strange ult. Wow, that Groot wall almost saved him. Alrighty, so let's just keep going here. Nothing much I can really do about the Groot ult. But okay, yeah, so we're starting to really struggle here, and we're really holding ults. This lonely only guy, I think, has been holding his ult on like multiple different characters, and I just don't know why he's not using it. But okay, we got a pick, so that's good. Strange is in a very bad spot, so he should go down here. This is our chance. This is our chance to make things happen. I'm hoping our dude Loki eventually uses his ult. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got cloak ult, but it did get Groot walled. But he should still have a few dashes left. I'm gonna go in pretty hard here. Okay, just want to try to push him back. Get some push going on the payload. I'm gonna go ahead and try to climb and dive here. There we go, good pick. I'm gonna go ahead and back off here. I should be dead, I think. Okay, probably didn't need to pop my E there, but just wanted to be safe. That was a great Invisible Woman ult. This allows us to possibly kill Strange. They are getting cloak ults off like crazy. That Strange ult, I'm surprised he got a kill there because they were cloak ulting into it. Now we got a cloak ult too. All right, so we got a Moon Knight ult going. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep their attention here. Looks like our Bucky's going in now. Moon Knight should go down here. There we go. He's gonna keep getting his way to victory because he does get a reset off the Loki ult. Their Loki just went down there, and that is game. GG. So, obviously not the best game from us, but hey, there's still ways to be valuable even if you don't get a bunch of kills. And that was a perfect game. I'm actually kind of glad we started struggling there at the end because that kind of goes to show that you can persevere. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, that was a great comeback, and our whole team did really well. Kind of got carried on that one, but it's all good. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.